I have mommy issues, wounded feminine issues. Okay, so there's like this concept that I heard about where if you're a really beautiful woman, you struggle with two kind of outcomes of that as you grow up. On the one hand, you make it your whole identity, and then you end up making your beauty for entertaining other people, and you kind of lose yourself in that process, and you don't develop other parts of your identity. And then the other outcome is you resent it. And I definitely fall into that camp. Okay, so my whole life I've resented my beauty. I thought that, well, first of all, I thought it was dangerous to be beautiful, because when jealous women would bully me, I took it personally. I didn't know it was because they were jealous. I thought it was because I was a bad person. And but I didn't know any of this was happening. So my cover story, what I actually told myself was that beauty is for vanity. Beauty is for dumb people. Don't waste your time doing anything that is going to enhance your beauty, or don't try to express your beauty, because subconsciously it was dangerous to do that, but like consciously that's what dumb people do, and you're better than that. So that was kind of the story of my whole life, and I can only say there might have been a few months in my life where I was around women where we were just playing dress up and relishing in our bodies and enjoying the fact that we were beautiful, and taking each other's clothes and like kind of gassing each other up. Like, that is not an experience that I've had. I've never had that time in my life where I had friends where I could do that. I don't think this was intentional, but it ended up being the way that most of my friends were at a lower level of attractiveness than me. Our identity was in video games and being weird. Or they were in like really committed relationships, and they weren't trying to go out and be hot and sexy and express themselves and own their beauty. So that's not an experience that I've ever had, but I think it's it's a really important one to have, because if you're trying to know within that you're beautiful and that you're enough, and that beauty is for you, and you need to express that. Like, you need to let that out in some way, and there's a million ways that you can do that. But for me, one of those ways just happens to be like being a very direct about it, like looking hot and dancing and just me feeling good. That takes practice. It's difficult to be beautiful for yourself. Our society doesn't want women to do that. They want it so that people can harvest that beauty off of you. And so having friends that you feel safe enough around to just push each other to be beautiful, and not have it be so competitive that you're harming each other, but like a healthy amount of competition, so you're upgrading each other's attempts at that expression of beauty. I think that's so healthy. And I kind of awkwardly trail off there, so I'm going to just summarize it. I just want to connect to the nerdy girls out there, women who kind of treated beauty with scorn, as something that, that the resentful group who fall into that camp. I think the actual, at least in my opinion, and like my experience, the actual threat of incorporating beauty as a part of your identity is having others co-opt it for what they can get out of it. But this idea that it's vain or dangerous or any of these other things, that is a belief that you can actively challenge. And I encourage you to do so. I'm doing it right now. I'm actively looking for friends who are single and at my level, because I want that competition amongst my friends, the healthy competition to push myself to express my beauty. And I think that would be really good for me, and probably really good for a lot of women to have a more balanced idea of what beauty means for them.